It's Kareen here, and what you're about to witness is one entrepreneur's journey on how they navigate a challenge or need support in an area of their business with me. Results may vary if you try this on your own. The purpose of sharing this with you is to help you know that help is always available and you don't have to do it alone.
It is a little bit more in my head, not on paper.
Okay.
My desire to take something off of my plate, my desire to build some wealth for my family and sell. But I haven't been able to lock in the who, the what, the where, the how of it.
Okay.
Simply because I'm like, I think that it feels very scary to sell. Am I selling at the right price point? Right. Who are these people that I sell to? How do I convince them to buy my brand, right, that I've built for the last 7 years?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at in that space of life there.
Okay. Is that the challenge you want to focus on today?
For sure.
As your exit strategy of the media company? Okay.
Yeah.
So you've never exited before or sold a company before?
No.
Okay. When you think about exits, so there are different types of exits. The first thing is best to define what is the exit, the ideal exit for you. So there are different versions, right? If you're kind of on the exhaustion path of like, I don't want to run this anymore. I want to bring in an operational partner, but I still want to give direction and like almost like you move into more of like a chairperson seat where you're still owner of it. Like there are ways where you can exit your role, but still be an owner.
Okay.
And so exit operations, but be an owner of it and bring in the right kind of equity partnership for that. That's one option to think about. Another would be completely sell it. Like I just want to have it acquired completely. I might be, on it for strategic direction, make sure my community is taken care of and my clients are taken care of for like a 12-month salary. But you literally are selling it and you're no longer responsible for it. And there's no more of an equity stake in it. So there's like the different ways you think about what you've built and how you want to either break it down for parts or keep it together, sell it to one person, or stay owning it, but just bringing in more of like an operating partner for it. So when you do your gut check on the ideal exit for you, what does that look like?
It looks like a complete sale, stay on for a maximum of 18 months. It's just, I'm burned out. I know that's what it is. I have 3 little kids under the age of 4 years old.
Yeah.
I've been building this multi-million-dollar company and I'm tired. I know that's what it is.
Yeah.
And the landscape has changed. It's so, it's hard when you're going against things that impact your community and the world is telling you women don't matter, Black people don't matter, don't matter no more, right?
Why pay attention? Yeah, it becomes very defeating.
And so, but if I got onboarded by a corporation that has the resources, that has the tools, hell yeah, I'll stay. Like that's exciting.
Okay.
Right? Because then I don't have to carry it by myself. In an ideal world, I would love that. Actually, that's exactly what I want to happen.
Okay, so then it's operating partnership is really the type of exit, meaning it's not really an exit. It's a come in this with me and release my burden a little bit. And let's partner on making this what I know it can be. They come in with an equity stake versus the whole sale for you. So you would still, maybe you're willing to be a lower percentage owner of the company because they're operating more for you and they're responsible for expenses. So if that's the true like relief you're looking for, then really what you're looking for is an operating partner to come in and assist. So the first step I would encourage you to do first, like truly your action is what's your ideal role? If you had all the support in the world for this business, this multi-million-dollar business that you've built, what is your ideal role that you'd like to play, and put that job description together for yourself. Because how do we tackle that? What would be ideal for you to work on first, I guess, so that would give you like a relief of some of the pressure?
Probably understanding what my exact role would be. So if I'm having conversations with the right stakeholders, right, that I can clearly state it, right?
Yeah.
Then it
Okay.
gives added value to them as well.
Okay. So what do you love about the role that you have played in this business? What lights you up? You could do it in your sleep. Like, there's no question, this is what I love the most. Is there any energy around that for any part of this business for you?
Yeah, like I think strategy planning for it, the experiential thinking and plugging and playing around like holistic experiences that I know women need right now if they're building career or business.
Mm-hmm.
And then um and then thinking through like really partners too. Like I know that that's one of my superpowers is I can fully bank through a pitch and see how a partner could show up in a manner that adds like tremendous value, right?
Yeah. What else? Anything else? What are the things you hate?
I hate looking at them. I hate looking at and being burdened with all of like the details. So I can spew out what they all are. I can spew out what all needs to be done. But at this stage of life that I'm in, managing people to do it, no, I don't want to do that.
Okay, great. So you're the creator of the business. So I don't know if you've done my quiz, but it's the CEO. I have a CEO quiz that helps us understand our ideal role. Did you come out as creator?
Yeah.
Okay. That's perfect. So in the creator role, Marty, this is great because for you to then go pitch to a true operating partner that you're going to be like the ideas machine, the one that can actually know like what's happening on the ground, know what partners to go after, like continue to build the attraction to this business and to the model. But you actually need an operating partner and a sales team that's going to manage the rest. So you need your operator and your entrepreneur. Clear as day for you when you're pitching to say, look, I've built this, but I'm not the ideal operator for this because I know it could be way leaner, way more intense. Like there are people who love that stuff. I love the ideas. I love the relationships. I love the design side. That's what I want to stay in. And by having that clarity, then we want to find an agency partner or even another individual who potentially has built a similar company, but operates really well, but can't stand being front facing, like can't stand the attraction side. We definitely want to look at a partnered, an operating partner that is owner of the company, basically co-owner, owner, whatever that gets defined in negotiations, you can define that based on the gaps for filling the role outside of what you choose you want to play. So you would stay as like chief visionary officer. You decide like what chief product officer, like an experience officer, like whatever that looks like for you to be able to clearly define this is the role I stay in, and this is the value it brings to the business. By staying in this role, these are the things I'm doing, right? So to be able to tell that story, I'd say it would be action number one for you to have that clarity and that stance. Also to like get to a point where it's time to exit your role because you want to do other things. So I love this for you. And you tell me, like, keep in touch with me on how best I can support you once you're clear or on what, going through this, like, what is it that you want to see happen? What's the next thing? Like, keep me posted. Just want to remind you that breakthroughs and strategies are here for you. You don't have to be isolated on your business building journey. If you'd like to have a chance to connect with me and let me be all up in your business, go to heykareen.com/connect and a team member will share how you can obtain the best support at this time. You always can have me in your pocket by leveraging my AI. Go to heykareen.app, download it, and start chatting away. And of course, I am always here, willing and ready to be the support you need. All you have to do is ask.